Alright. What's going on everyone on YouTube? NES Ruler. Me and Moods were talking last night, and he totally said that I should do a top 10 most overrated horror films of all times list. So, as you can see here, we have 10 pieces of paper, each numbered with 10 films that I think are overrated. Now, just because I have the movies on this list does not mean at all that I hate the movie or dislike the movie. I just think that it's overrated. And I apologize. I'm not going to remember all the directors, and so, but I'll describe each movie and you know what it is. So let's get started. Number 10. My number 10 most overrated horror film goes to The Howling. Now, everyone talks about The Howling when they think of werewolf films and important ones in the horror genre, but I think as a film, it's a little weak. I like it a little bit. I mean, I think the sequels are so bad that they're good. That's why they kept on pumping them out, but The Howling, overrated, but it's alright. Alright, number 9. We got Texas Chainsaw 2. Everyone talks about Texas Chainsaw 2 being almost as good as the first one. I kind of agree with that. But once again, I think people talk about it a little bit too much. My camera's crooked. Sorry if it's crooked. Anyway, I think it's just a movie that gets too much credit for what it is. Even with this new remake, they were trying to combine Texas Chainsaw 2 elements with it. And it's better than all the other sequels, but I just think it's a little bit overrated. Number 8. I Stand Alone. I can't remember what country this film was made in, but it's one of the first, I guess you could consider fucked up movies that I bought in my collection because everyone was talking about how the ending's so screwed up. And I think it just didn't live up to all the hype. If you guys have seen the ending of the film, you know what I'm talking about, and I just think that it's a little bit overrated. Number 7. Got M. Night Shyamalan's The Sixth Sense. Everyone talks about this movie, especially at the end of the 90s being such a big deal. Everybody was talking about The Sixth Sense and its story and its creepiness. Once again, I definitely think it's M. Night Shyamalan's best movie, and that's not that big of a compliment. But all the hype it had from, all the critics and all the entire public, everyone was flocking out to see it. No one really talks about it that much today because it was overrated at the time, and I still think it's a little bit overrated. Alright, number 6. Yes, I had to put it on here. The Blair Witch Project. Not much to explain about that one. That movie is probably the most hyped up movie of all times, in my opinion, so had to include it in the list. Number 5, we have It. Once again, another movie that a lot of people outside of the horror community talk about how creepy it is and everything. I mean, it's a pretty scary film for a Stephen King flick, but once again, it's overrated. And I'm sorry I'm not really getting into all these, but we'd be here for a long time about what I think are the overrated elements. Number 7, we got the Halloween remake. Moots and I was talking about this last night, and he really likes the remake because of the different kind of elements that Rob Zombie included behind the backstory of Michael Myers and all that stuff. And I can see where he's coming from, but everyone, when they talk about remakes of the 2000s, everyone talks about Halloween and how Rob Zombie fucked the genre, fucked the series up and all that stuff. I mean, Halloween 2, I don't want to get into Halloween 2, but Halloween, definitely the most overrated remake that there's been made so far in the 2000s. Number 3, got Audition. Gotta move it down so you can see number 1 when we get to it. Audition. It's the Japanese horror film that even a lot of my film professors are like, oh yeah, when I show extreme movies, I'm going to show Audition, because that movie is so extreme. I was like, you have no idea what extreme horror movies are, and just because of the ending, I guess, makes everybody go insane. But I think it's just an overrated Japanese movie, and I really didn't like it that much, but everyone talks about it. Alright, number 2, the most famous not video nasty, but the most famous nasty movie ever on that everyone talks about. You guys probably know what it is. Serbian film. This is another movie that everybody knows about. Even people who don't watch fucked up movies, they know, oh, Serbian film's the most fucked up movie ever made. You know, there's so much conflict about the running time and the material and all that bullshit. I mean, all that hype about a few 30 seconds of footage just makes it such an overrated flick. I mean, the ending is a little bit extreme, but I don't think that it's worth all the hype that it has. I've seen a lot more fucked up stuff, for sure. Alright. Number 1 overrated movie of all time, horror movie of all time, goes to... Yes, The Human Centipede. That is my most overrated horror film, because everybody's fucking talking about Human Centipede and how gross it is. You know it's bad when South Park spoofs something, then you know how extremely overrated it is, and they definitely spoof something, so it's everyone. Oh my god, you see Human Centipede, it's so gross. People shitting each other's mouths and all that stuff. I mean, it's gross, but everybody talking about it, and everybody wants another one. You know, 3 wasn't good enough, so they had to get more. And now this next one, they're supposed to be like 100, or I don't even know the number that's supposed to be in it, but that movie is just so overhyped. So yeah, sorry if I didn't explain stuff that well. You know, I really don't know what to say about the movies, but how they are overrated. So let's get back into it. Number 10, The Howling. 2, Texas Chainsaw 2. Number 8, I Stand Alone. 7, The Sixth Sense. 6, Blair Witch Project. 5, It. 4, the Halloween remake. 3, Audition. 2, Serbian film. Number 1, Human Centipede. So yeah, I hope that satisfies you mood to see my top 10 overrated list. I really didn't rip any of these films a new asshole like you wanted to, but yeah, it's just a quick list. So yeah, thank you everybody for watching. Rate, comment, subscribe. Follow me on Twitter, twitter.com/NESRuler22. Yeah, definitely subscribe to the new horror community channel, Body Bags. I'll put the link down below. I may be doing some reviews on there sometimes when people need me to fill in, so definitely subscribe over there if you definitely want to see me reviewing some films. It's not going to be that often, it's just whenever they need me to hop in. So yeah, look everybody for a new DVD and Blu-ray update coming up soon. I just picked up a whole bunch of stuff about an hour ago, so I'll see you guys soon.